She said, "I think you should sleep on the couch tonight. I need the whole bed." I said, "No problem." Then I checked into a 5-star hotel for a week. Her texts went from angry to apologetic in less than 24 hours. I, 29 male, was lying in bed scrolling through my phone when my girlfriend Desiree, 27, walked in from her book club at 11 p.m. She stood at the foot of the bed with her arms crossed. "I think you should sleep on the couch tonight. I need the whole bed." I looked up. "Why?" "I just need space to spread out. I haven't been sleeping well. We have a king-size bed." She's 5'3" and maybe 120 pounds. "But whatever." "No problem," I said, grabbing my pillow. She looked surprised. "Really? You're not gonna argue?" "Nope." I walked past her, went to the closet and packed a bag. She followed me. "What are you doing?" "Getting some clothes." "For the living room? For the hotel?" Her face changed. "Hotel?" I said. "The couch." "Yeah, but if you need space, you need space. I'll give you plenty." "You're being ridiculous. Just sleep on the couch like a normal person." "The couch hurts my back. I'm getting a proper bed." I booked the nicest hotel downtown on my phone. 5 stars, $340 a night. Worth every penny for what was about to happen. You're seriously leaving because I asked for one night of good sleep? You're seriously kicking me out of my own bed? The one I paid for? See, here's context. This wasn't the first time. Last month she made me sleep on the couch because I breathed too loud. The month before, because my presence was disturbing her aura. I'd been sleeping on that couch at least once a week for 3 months, but I was done being a doormat. As I headed for the door, she grabbed my arm. "Fine, you can have half the bed." "Nah, I'm good. Enjoy your space." The text started before I even reached the hotel. "Desiree, you're being petty. This is emotional manipulation. Real men don't run away from problems." I didn't respond. Checked into my suite, ordered room service, and slept like a baby in a bed where nobody complained about my existence. Update 1. Woke up to 23 texts. The progression was hilarious. 1 a.m. Are you seriously not coming back? 1:30 a.m. This is stupid. Come home. 2:15 a.m. The bed feels weird without you. 6 a.m. Where are you? 7 a.m. I made breakfast. Your eggs are getting cold. She never makes breakfast. Ever. In 2 years, I've cooked every meal. Then came the phone call. I was sitting in the hotel restaurant having an actual hot breakfast someone else made when she called. "Where are you?" "Hotel." "Still? I thought you'd come back after making your point." "What point? You wanted space. I'm giving you space. For one night. You didn't specify duration. I booked a week." "A week? Are you insane?" "No, just tired of sleeping on couches." She hung up. 20 minutes later, her best friend Marley called. "Hey, so Desiree says you abandoned her?" "She kicked me out of bed. I found another bed. She says you're being abusive by withholding your presence." I actually laughed. She literally told me she needed space from my presence. That's not what she meant. Then she should say what she means. Marley hung up too. That afternoon, I got a text from Desiree. "I'm having people over tonight. It would be nice if you were here. Enjoy your party." "So you're not coming?" "I'm giving you the space you needed." Stop saying that. But here's where it gets interesting. My buddy Jerome lives in the same building as us. He texted me around 9 p.m. "Bro, your girl's throwing a party. She's telling everyone you abandoned her for no reason." I asked him to record what she was saying. He sent me a voice memo. Desiree was telling her friends, he just left. I asked him to give me a little room in bed, because he's always manspreading, and he threw a tantrum and went to a hotel. He's probably cheating. Manspreading. In my own bed. That I paid for. I posted a photo on Instagram of my hotel view with the caption, "Sometimes you gotta invest in your peace of mind." Her friends saw it. The comments started. Update 2. The entitlement escalated fast. Day 3 morning, Desiree showed up at my hotel. How'd she find me? She went through my credit card statement online. Yeah, she knew my passwords because I trusted her. Past tense. Security called my room. "Mr. Morrison, there's a woman here claiming to be your wife demanding we give her a key." "I'm not married. Please don't let her up." I could hear her screaming in the background about her rights as a domestic partner. She waited in the lobby for 3 hours. I know because I could see her from the restaurant where I was working on my laptop. She kept texting, "I can see you. Stop ignoring me. This is ridiculous. People are staring. You're humiliating me. Eventually, security escorted her out when she started harassing other guests, asking them to talk sense into my boyfriend up there. That night, she did something that still blows my mind. She changed the locks on our apartment, the one where only my name is on the lease. I found out when Jerome texted, "Yo, saw maintenance at your door. Desiree said you moved out?" I called my landlord immediately. He was confused. She said you abandoned the property and she needed the locks changed for safety. Check the lease. Is her name on it? No. Then why are you changing my locks? He apologized profusely and said he'd have them changed back immediately. But Desiree had already moved her stuff around, turned my office into her meditation room, and told the neighbors I'd left her. Day 4, I went back with the landlord and a locksmith. Desiree was at work. I found my gaming setup moved to the closet, my clothes in garbage bags in the corner, her friend Tasha's stuff in the spare room. Apparently she'd already offered it to her. A note on the fridge. Since you chose a hotel over me, I'm choosing myself. I took photos of everything. Then I did something petty but necessary. I packed all of her stuff instead, neatly, carefully, in the boxes she'd used for my things. Left them by the door with a note. Since you need space, take all the space you want, somewhere else. The landlord was amazed. She really thought she could just take over? She's used to getting her way. Not legally, she isn't. Update 3 Day 5 was when Desiree went nuclear. She came home to find her stuff packed and lost her mind. The texts were unhinged. You can't do this. I live here. I've been here 2 years. I have rights. Then she called the cops, said I was illegally evicting her. The cops came. I showed them the lease. Only my name. Showed them the texts where she told me to sleep on the couch, where she said she needed space. Showed them the hotel receipt, proving I'd left voluntarily, but she'd tried to change the locks on my apartment. The older officer looked at her. "Ma'am, you're not on the lease." He's actually being generous by not pressing charges for the illegal lock change. But I'm his girlfriend. That doesn't give you property rights. She tried tears. Where am I supposed to go? Maybe to whoever you were really with during those book clubs, I said. Dead silence. Even the cops looked interested. What's that supposed to mean? Book club doesn't end at 11 p.m., Desiree, and it doesn't require you to put on perfume and your special underwear. Her face went white. The cops looked uncomfortable. "Ma'am, you need to collect your things and go." As she was packing, she tried one more manipulation. "I'm pregnant." I laughed. "No, you're not." "How would you know?" "Because you had your period last week. You made me buy you tampons. And we haven't had sex in 2 months because you said my energy was off." The female cop tried not to smirk. Desiree left with her stuff, but not before her mom called. "Patricia, this woman had the audacity to threaten me with a lawsuit for emotional distress and unlawful eviction." "Patricia, she was never on the lease. She lived here as my guest. She transformed that place into a home. She hung up some Target wall art and bought throw pillows. You're a monster. She gave you the best years of her life. She gave me a dead bedroom and made me sleep on the couch twice a week. That's because you don't know how to make a woman feel special. Special enough to change the locks on my apartment while I was gone?" She hung up. Day 6, I found out the truth about book club. Jerome ran into Desiree's friend Marley at a coffee shop. After some conversation, she let slip that book club was actually wine nights at Ricardo's apartment. Ricardo, her platonic friend from yoga who'd been commenting heart eyes on all her Instagram posts. I didn't even care about the probable cheating. I was just amazed at the audacity. Update 4. The final day of my hotel stay was magnificent. Desiree had been staying with her mom, and the two of them orchestrated a full ambush. They got my mother involved. My mom called, "Honey, Desiree and Patricia are here. They say you threw her out." "Mom, she kicked me out of my own bed. I went to a hotel. She changed the locks on my apartment." "She says you overreacted." "Mom, did they tell you she made me sleep on the couch twice a week for 3 months? What? Did they mention she moved her friend into my apartment without asking? No. Did they mention she's been going to book clubs at some guy named Ricardo's house?" Long pause. "Put me on speaker, honey." I did. I could hear my mom's voice change. "Desiree, you kicked my son out of his own bed?" It was just, I needed space. In a king-size bed? He spreads out. It's his bed. My mom went off. 30 years of kindergarten teacher authority came out. You are a spoiled, entitled little princess who thought she could push a good man around. My son pays all the bills and you had the nerve to make him sleep on a couch, then change his locks? Get out of my house, now. But, now. Later mom called me back. I never liked her anyway. She never once offered to help with dishes at Thanksgiving. That evening, I checked out of the hotel and went home to my apartment. Clean, quiet, all mine. No throw pillows everywhere. No live, laugh, love signs. No being kicked out of my own bed. But Desiree wasn't done. Final update. The aftermath was even better than the main event. First, Desiree tried to claim I owed her money for household improvements. She sent an itemized bill. Throw pillows, $240, wall art, $180, essential oil diffuser, $75, her emotional labor, $2,000. I sent back my own bill, rent for 2 years, $28,800, utilities, $4,800, groceries, $12,000, couch chiropractor visits, $400. Never heard back about that money. Then came the social media campaign, but not the one you'd expect. She started a TikTok series called Dating Toxic Men, Red Flags to Watch For. Red flag 1, according to her, he owns his own place and won't put you on the lease. Red flag 2, he keeps track of who pays for things. Red flag 3, he won't sacrifice his comfort for yours. The comments destroyed her. Girl, you made him sleep on the couch in his own house. So you lived rent-free and you're complaining? This is satire, right? Tell me you're entitled without telling me you're entitled. She deleted everything after someone found this Reddit thread and linked it in her comments. But the best part came last week. Remember Ricardo from book club? He reached out to me on Instagram. Hey man, I think you should know. Desiree told me you guys were in an open relationship. She said you were cool with her hanging out at my place. I didn't know she was lying until I saw your post about the hotel. I'm really sorry, bro. I don't do that shit. I thanked him for telling me. Then he added, also, she asked to move in with me after you kicked her out. When I said no, she called me a manipulative narcissist who led her on. She's now telling everyone I took advantage of her during a vulnerable time. Thought you should know what you dodged. Desiree's mom, Patricia, called one last time, trying to guilt me. She's staying on my couch now. Are you happy? Why doesn't she take the bed and you take the couch? She needs space, right? That's different. How? It's my house. Exactly. The silence before she hung up was delicious. Last I heard through mutual friends, Desiree is still at her mom's, but they're fighting constantly. She matched with some guy on Tinder who unmatched after Googling her name and finding the TikToks. Marley distanced herself after Desiree asked to move in and demanded the master bedroom. Ricardo is warning every guy in their yoga class about her. She's been banned from 2 coffee shops for harassing baristas about toxic masculinity. As for me, I'm sleeping spread eagle in my bed every night. Got a new couch too, one that's actually comfortable just in case I ever choose to sleep on it. Dating someone new named Luna who actually contributes to rent at her own place and has never once asked me to give up my bed. Oh, and I kept one throw pill. It says home sweet home. Because it actually is now. To everyone asking if I regret not just sleeping on the couch that night, absolutely not. That hotel week was the best $2,380 I ever spent. It bought me my freedom and exposed her entitlement to everyone. Desiree, if you're reading this, and I know you are because you stalk my socials, Ricardo's new girlfriend is really pretty, and she probably doesn't kick him out of bed. Edit. Stop asking for Desiree's TikTok. It's gone. Also, no, I won't give you Luna's Instagram. She's mine and actually appreciates having a bed to share. Edit 2. For everyone saying I should have just communicated better, I did. Every time she kicked me out of bed, I told her it was unfair. She'd say I was being dramatic and weak. Communication only works when both people respect each other.